Thank you, Emilia. Thank you, Sarah. Dear friends, hello from Holland, from the very heart of Holland and the Netherlands, the city of Utrecht. And please let me start by giving compliments to the UCLG Secretariat for the quick thinking and organizing these live learning sessions. And it's a great way to stay connected, learn from each other, and deal with this pandemic in all different aspects. Also very kind of UN Habitat to help us with that and work together to get this through and get this done. And it's easily said, but not easily done. And let me start to make a few remarks about on local level and work up from there. And by local, I mean my own office in the attic of my private house. As most of us, all mayors, even the national cabinet, are working from home. And what a strange feeling as a mayor to be stuck in my attic instead of being amongst the people in all the areas in the city, in the association, and of course with my family. Or in being in City Hall, because City Hall is empty, all staff is working at home. Everyone has his own stories and experience these days, but trying to explain to my parents, for instance, they are 83 and 86, that they have to stay home and stay safe was a difficult one. They finally understood that it was serious when the Eurovision Song Contest was cancelled due to the pandemic. Then they thought, oh my God, this is serious. In these times of a global pandemic, people are living worrying about an invisible threat to their family and loved ones, and also a threat that you cannot pinpoint, you cannot see, and you cannot tell anybody when it's over. And that makes people worryful. In the Utrecht region at this moment, we have 1,500 patients in hospital with the COVID-19 virus. Fortunately, in the last few days, we've seen a stabilization of the number of patients, but the stress in hospitals is still very high. Everybody at all government levels is working together. For instance, also the Defense Ministry is providing their support as well, also in my city by providing extra intensive care beds. If we continue the measures we have taken at the national and local level, we hope to stay just under the critical limits which our hospital system can manage in the Netherlands as a in the country. And I have to say that the resilience of the people in my city has been an inspiration. We see so many private initiatives from all sectors of life to help each other and to keep together the social fabric of our city. And it makes me proud to be working on local level. Then on the crisis structure, we have a national crisis structure in place through which 25 regional mayors can lead on the crisis measures. We do this in coordination with national government on national level. For example, I lead the region of Utrecht and I'm in contact with the mayors in my region to implement all the measures and discuss local needs. You could say that I took over all the things and responsibilities in my region. And we are in direct contact with national government on measures which are being taken and how to implement those measures at the local level. The structure until now works well and gives us clear communication lines and regular updates. And as far as a citizen, they are taking good care, keep distance, social distance, and the measures are taking effect. And then the perspective from VNG as the National Association of Local Communities. Looking at the pandemic from an association perspective, we see an important role in the linking pin between the local and the national level. And a lot of different sectors have approached us to help them with the issues they face. Think of the food sector, the cultural sector, restaurants and cafes, all looking for support from the municipalities and then asking the VNG to provide information and communication. And these days, of course, the national crisis structure is something different than the VNG, but still the VNG is important as research best practices and giving expertise to all size of local communities. And with our circulars, our internet forum, and media presence, we're also able to guide these initiatives of all local communities in the right direction, even though we don't have all the answers yet. With the Ministry of Interior, we have developed an emergency law on digital democracy to keep the democracy, also the local democracy, going on and continuing at a local level. Within 3 weeks, we did the whole consultation and decision making on national level in both chambers of parliament. A new law in 3 weeks. My God, I never dreamt that I would experience that. Our Senate approved the law last Tuesday. And very important, I think also, and I'm very interested in how you do, very important to keep our democratic processes alive in these trying times. And together with the Ministry of Labor, we made a special arrangement supporting small businesses and freelancers to keep them afloat during the crisis. And yesterday, also from this attic, we had a meeting with the Minister of Interior and the Minister of Finance on the final situation of all the 355 Dutch cities and municipalities. And on the international level, finally, we're trying to help wherever and however possible. We have shared our practices and are learning from others. In these difficult times, we need to stand together and see how we can help and support each other. I miss you all. Take care, keep in shape, and stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Co-President. And since we cannot applaud all together because we are in the meantime 112 participants, let us do that and you feel our warmth. Thank you very, very much for these important inputs. I think that you have spoken about the importance to provide support, to provide information. I think it's also going to be extremely important for us in the aftermath of the crisis. In some cases, we will need to rethink a little bit how to remain relevant for our members because many things will change for them. And we will need to make sure that we remain fit for purpose at all levels. And that, I think, is a very big task for the whole of the movement. Let me now, Co-President and colleagues, go to our partner, to UN Habitat. The Executive Director of UN Habitat has been with us in every single session that we have held up until now. And unfortunately, just due to agenda issues, she's not able to be with us today. But UN Habitat is very well represented by many colleagues that I can see around the room. And I am very pleased to give now the floor to Raf Dutz, a long-standing colleague that has been going through thick and thin with us for many, many years, that understands local governments associations and what they mean, that understands the movement and the importance of this urban era for development. Ralph, the floor is yours. Welcome and thank you for